everybody, this is Monica again, the creator of Harmonic Heart, and I help people manifest their dreams by learning to be their authentic selves. And I know in my last video I said I was going to share another tool that can help you manifest your dreams, and that was using oracle cards. I'm still going to do that, but not in this video. In this video I want to talk about a very important subject that I was guided to share with you guys by spirit, that I feel we all need to hear. And for some of you, you're gonna hear this and it may trigger some emotions. I think it was last week I went to watch a movie called Walking the Camino, which is basically a movie about these people. It's a documentary based on these people that go, they're in Spain, and they go from one part of Spain to another part of Spain, and it takes them about, they go walk the whole way. And it basically takes them about like over a month to get to their final destination. I forget how many miles it is, but I highly suggest that you guys watch it if you live, especially if you live in Sedona, because it's in theaters right now and it's a really life awakening movie that is going to help a lot. And the reason it touched me was because the movie is about the journey from, beginning from when they start walking to, you get to see all their fears and all their ego and like all these different judgments they have about themselves or who they believe they are. And at the end, they evolve and they become themselves. So this whole Camino thing, Walking the Camino, is about that journey. And after I finished watching that movie, I started to feel like my life was getting off track a little bit. I started to remember why I moved to Sedona in the first place. Before I moved to Sedona, I worked at a 9-to-5 job in the corporate world. I was a full-time graphic designer for an engineering firm, and people were always telling me how I needed to be, how I needed to act, what they needed from me, and it started to feel like I was losing myself. Like I didn't even know who I was, and all I wanted was just to be me. I wanted to get to know myself and just be me. And so lately, in the past few months, I started to feel like that again a little bit. And that movie just kind of reminded me why I moved to Sedona and what my life purpose is. And that is to just be me. Like we have in our minds, we have programmed in our heads that in order for us to be happy, we need a car, that we need a nice house, we need to have a nice, good paying job, that we need to get married and have kids, that we have to do all these different things. That's the path to happiness. That's what we're told since we're little, and we follow that. But what if I told you that your life purpose, the life purpose of every single soul, every single human being on this planet, is just to be yourself? You don't have to be anything else. Your life purpose is just to be. It's to be yourself. It's not to pretend to be like anybody else or to fulfill anybody's dreams or to listen to anybody's opinions. This is really important to know, because if you look at advertising on TV, if you listen to your friends, if you listen to the people at your work, if you listen to your boss, they're always telling you how you need to be. They're always telling you how you need to talk, how you need to breathe, how you need to look at people, what you need to think, what you need to say, and it's just pointless. It's like, why do you need to be that way? Why can't you just be yourself? Like, what is the purpose of having to be like somebody else and not be yourself? When we try to be like somebody else, we get out of alignment with ourselves. And we start to feel like something is missing inside. We start to feel alone. We start to feel abandoned. We start to feel a lot of pretty intense feelings, and it's all because we're out of alignment with ourselves. And the really sad thing is that this starts to happen when we're children. And what if I told you that the number one fear that everybody on this planet has, the number one fear, is being ourselves? We are so terrified of being ourselves that we push ourselves away. Like we close ourselves so that people don't judge us, they don't criticize us, they don't tell us we're bad. Because in the past, it's very common when people who are not living in their authentic selves to criticize people who are. Because when people are being their authentic selves, it shows a mirror to the people who are not. And it's not a very comfortable experience to see a part of you that you need to work on or that you don't like about yourself. So there's a lot of people on this planet that are judgmental and criticizing other people that are being authentic. And it's because of that those people stop being authentic and they start being like everybody else. We need to reverse that, and we need to praise people who are authentic and honest and speaking their truth and living their truth and encouraging that and having more people be that way. And this is what I was put on this planet for, because I've been like that since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, I've had this enormous gift of being able to see through people. I can see through people really easily. And I shut that gift away to fit in. But I brought that back in my life because of that car accident. I brought that back in my life. And now I'm choosing to remain in my truth and to stand firmly in my beliefs and what my truth is and speaking my truth. The first step to be yourself is to get to know yourself. And I know it can be hard to do that when you've lived your life to please other people for a very long time and you may not know how to do that. This is why it's important to work with somebody like a coach that could help you with that. That's what I do. That's what I help my clients do. I listen to them, and by hearing them, I can feel where the blocks are, and I'm able to shift that and bring that to their awareness. And when I bring that to their awareness, they come up with their own tools and with their own guidance of what they need to do to shift that. I am never telling a person this is the way you need to be. That's not my job. My job is to help bring the parts of you that you're unable to see about yourself that need to be seen in order for you to get to know yourself. This is why in the past videos I've mentioned a lot about self-love, because in order to know yourself, you need to know how to love yourself. You need to know how to love the parts of you that you don't like, because those parts of you are actually the biggest parts of you that make you who you are. So in order to know who you are, you need to love you, even the negative things that appear to be negative that you don't like. What if I told you that those negative things that you think that are negative about you are actually things that people in your past have told you that are bad? And you decided, and because of that, you programmed in your mind to think that they are bad. But those things are actually what makes you unique. It's what makes you who you are. It's what makes you you. And in order for you to know yourself, we need to change. You need to change that reprogramming that thought that being yourself is bad. It's not bad. It's awesome. It's beautiful. And there's only one of you on this planet. And when you can start to know yourself, you are better able to know your likes and dislikes and make choices about your life that are based on who you are instead of what you think you should be. And when it's only when we're in alignment with who we are that we're able to manifest our dreams and create lives that we love. When we are out of alignment with who we are, we're always looking for the approval or to be liked by somebody else. And that cycle never stops, because when we have a person that we want them to like us and they finally like us, we then find another person subconsciously that we want them to like us. And then another one and another one and another one, and it never ends. And that's really a projection that we need to learn how to love ourselves, and we need to learn how to like ourselves, to be like ourselves. I've had people be judgmental and criticizing me because of the way that I talk, because sometimes I can talk in a very firm way, and it's affected me. Like, I felt a little bit uncomfortable by it. But I also understood that they were projecting themselves on me. It had nothing to do with me, because although I can speak very firmly sometimes, that's who I am. I'm not going to change myself for somebody else. And that's just one aspect of who I am, because I'm also really bubbly and really friendly and compassionate and caring. So if they're not willing to see all of me and just that one part of me, they're probably people I don't want to hang around with. I would give the same advice to you. Be yourself, and if the people that don't respect you or the people that don't value who you are, don't hang out with them. Why do you want to hang out with people that don't value you? You're not in the same vibration. You're not in the same level. And we have to learn to accept that there's different people, and it's okay for people to be different. We don't have to be friends with the rest of the world. We don't have to be friends with everybody. We can just have a few friends that we resonate with and create really good quality of lives because of that. That's what's important here. When I say being yourself and just being you and being authentic, I'm not saying that we should not have any boundaries. Boundaries are really important, and there's a difference between feeling like you're free and having healthy boundaries and being authentic and being yourself, and a difference between just not caring, okay? That's really different. If we don't know ourselves, we don't have healthy boundaries at all. So if anybody is hearing this and is triggering something about you when I say the word boundary, you might want to look at that, because boundaries are really important. And true freedom is your ability to have boundaries. People think that freedom is doing whatever you want. That's not freedom, because when you're doing that, when you're doing whatever you want, that means other people can do whatever they want, and those people can be hurtful to you. They can cross your boundaries. They can do things that you don't like. That's not real freedom. Real freedom is being able to know you have boundaries and say them when they need to be said, and set them when they need to be set. That's real freedom. And being yourself, being your authentic self, includes having boundaries, because only by being your authentic self are you able to know what those boundaries are and what resonates with you and what doesn't. You have a right to just be yourself and love yourself, and anybody who doesn't resonate with that, don't hang out with them. Don't have them in your life. If it's your family and parents, set boundaries with them. That's what I've had to do with my family, with my parents, because although they mean well and I know they love me, they do have a lot of programming, and it's not who I am. And so I've had to set boundaries with them, and it's okay to set boundaries. If you set boundaries with your parents, it doesn't mean that you love them less. And if they think that you love them less because of that, that's not your problem. Like, that's their own stuff that they need to clear up. You can still love your parents and have boundaries, you guys. You don't have to give your boundaries up for your parents or anybody in your family or in your life. I wanted to share this video with you, and just to kind of put a little seed in your heart and in your mind that your number one purpose in life is just to be yourself. And whatever you manifest, if you have a nice car, if you have a nice job that you love and you're excited about, if you have an awesome partner in your life, if you have a really nice home, that's only a reflection, a manifestation that you are living in your authentic self. And so if you have a job that you don't enjoy, and you're in a relationship that you are not happy about, look at the issues you have in your life, because those are just manifestations that you are out of alignment with yourself, and you need to get back in alignment with yourself and just be yourself and be happy with yourself and get to know who you are. That's our number one purpose in life, is just to be us and to embrace us and to let God or higher self or whatever you want to call it, let that part of God just be manifested in this being, in this vessel that we have as a body. That is our purpose, is just to be that and to shine that and to inspire others to be that way too. This is all I have for now. Thank you for watching, and please, if you have not subscribed to my newsletter, I suggest that you do, because there is information that I share in my newsletters that I will not share on video or on Facebook. So if you want to get those, you can definitely get that if you sign up, if you subscribe. And then also you get a free meditation that will help you connect with your inner voice, which is another important thing, another important tool that is going to help you just be yourself. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys next week. Namaste. Bye.